Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking to speak to Liam, please.
Speaking.
Hi, Liam. My name is Susan Summers. I'm phoning from Lidl Customer Services. You were dealing with my
Susan,
colleague,
is it?
Ruth. It is.
Hi,
I'm
Susan.
the
Okay.
Customer
Hi.
Service Team Leader.
Okay.
So Ruth has passed on the details to me, and it's regarding the cordless circular saw and the battery. Isn't that correct?
Well, there's two of them actually. There's a circular saw and a drill, and they both have the same. They were one of a number of tools that had interchangeable batteries. I mean, that's why I
Right.
bought them. Obviously, I said for flexibility, etc.
Right.
Okay.
The battery for any unit is covered for 6 months.
Right. I know. Just to say, I understand why batteries wouldn't be covered in guarantee, etc. But on the other hand, I mean, why would you buy a tool that wasn't going to last? And I mean, my surprise was nobody even been interested in looking at these batteries. It seems to me there's something faulty about these, because I mean, if I said to you that with that saw, look, I'm a retired guy. This was DIY stuff. I might have cut up 4 sheets of half-inch ply. I mean, that's all I'd have ever done with these. And so, I mean, this didn't do any work. I mean, I've loads of experience with rechargeable batteries over many years, and so, I know how long they last or otherwise. I mean, these didn't do anything. It's not that, I know I bought them maybe a year ago or something, but they wouldn't have done any work, at all. And I mean, the idea of just buying more batteries, I'm saying, these are going to do this very same thing again. And look, I'm in a men's shed with guys, and look, these are the guys who buy things in Lidl like we all do. For years we've been queuing up in Aldi and Lidl buying all the toys we never used. No, but that's a mark.
Yeah.
That's the area I'm in. And I'm saying to guys, I mean, who'd buy something like this? I mean, I'm in the States now saying, I need somebody to take this stuff away, because not only do I have things that don't work, but if things that are in the way, they can't even stick batteries into. So, I mean, it's not that, I'm not interested in fiddling somebody out of batteries. That's not it at all. Nor is, the issue of buying batteries the problem. I'm saying, but you're only going to do the same thing again if nothing's wrong with these batteries or the chargers or whatever it is,
I don't really know a workaround, to be honest with you, because I have spoken to the service agent. As I could get back onto them and see as a gesture to us if they send you out a replacement battery. But that would be the only workaround I would have, because, these units are sold a couple of times a year, and yeah, they might change slightly, the models and stuff like that, but it's the same sort of design. They come from the same company.
Oh no,
and
there's no doubt.
Seem to be an issue with the batteries.
Well, the only thing
I have heard of people who would buy a spare battery, all right, just for handiness sake if one wasn't charged. And
well, I mean, that's why I bought two of the same. I bought a battery. I bought a saw and I bought a drill, purely for the fact that the batteries were directly interchangeable. I mean, they're 18-volt batteries are all interchangeable. And I said, look, I'm going to have maximum flexibility, and I would have bought other components in that range if they were available at the time. I would say, well, look, I'll buy a reciprocating saw or whatever, and I'll just use those for that reason, that I could have interchangeable batteries. But it almost seemed to me as if these, I'm just after replacing batteries in a motorhome, for example. I've been there for 7 or 8 years, and I've been researching, bought other sort of batteries, particular traction batteries for them, or whatever. And I'm looking at these batteries. These didn't do anything. The lithium-ion batteries, they take no abuse, they have taken no abuse, and it's almost as if there's a fault in them, in the batteries. And again, if I'm having this experience, and if no one else is having those experiences, then there's something unique about those batteries. If other people are having these, then I presume people are going to be like me, and they're going to say, sure, why would I buy anything like that off these people, and it's not, I mean, I know the difference between buying something for professional use and otherwise. I mean, I also understand the price differential, but there's nothing that I would have done. These have taken no abuse. I mean, the tools could be seen. You'd know from the blade on the saw, for example, that it wouldn't have taken any abuse. So, I mean, there's two things that I'm interested in. Firstly, that the things are no use to me without batteries. And the second thing is, if I can't be sure that the batteries are going to be any better, then why be throwing good money after bad?
Would, if I could get you a new battery free of charge?
Oh no, I
Would
mean,
you be happy with that?
well,
Yeah.
firstly, I have two items. I have two batteries, but I mean, here's the first thing, Susan. I had presumed that somebody like Parkside would at least have been interested and say, look, send us the batteries and see the batteries. You know, I'm perfectly happy. I've nothing to hide in a relation, and I prefer, you know, even as a customer, I'd prefer if they come back and say, oh, look, there's a problem with these batteries or whatever, or something that I've done wrong with the batteries. There's not an awful lot you can do wrong. You just put them in. You can't put them in the wrong way around. You know, you could submerge them in water or something, but there's nothing. You know, you would know from looking at these batteries that there's nothing like that has been done with them. So, I mean, obviously, I mean, if I get new batteries and they work and they're fine, the problem goes away, then I won't have a difficulty. But I've no doubt that, you know, Lidl are not selling something that they expect to last for 6 months.
No, like they could. No. That's
exactly. I bought
you
over
see,
the years.
It's just because they do give a 6-month guarantee with batteries, but it's just because of the nature of what it is. It is a consumable, i.e., like if it's used for 12 hours a day and charged, you know, it will reduce the lifetime of it. But if you're telling me it's only been used,
the other thing is I would know enough about particularly lithium batteries, that if you leave lithium batteries for months without charging them at all, right, they will also lose their capacity. So on a regular basis, I mean, I would have had multiple batteries for audio equipment that I've used for recharge. So I have multiple recharges for other type of batteries, and I put them in a cyclical base. Like, I care for these things. And in relation to the use of this, I can tell you I don't have a purpose to put these to a regular, heavy or professional use. I mean, honest to God, I've said to you, I mean, I have a couple of 4 or 5 sheets of 8x4 half-inch ply and cut them up, and with the saw. And I said, that's a great little saw because it's it's portable. That was it. But I was thinking, sure. And I was really surprised at the batteries. I would have had earlier nickel cadmium batteries from drills, say 10 years ago, and batteries they weren't great. Batteries are a lot better nowadays, and I'm just really surprised that that's the case. And I just felt when I spoke to your man in, whoever you call him, in the factory in Germany, he was at the limit of what his capacity to do anything was. But I'm just saying, I mean, surely it must affect you guys, because other people, if that was the experience they knew about, they wouldn't touch this stuff. Because it's not, having a bad battery is one thing, but having a tool that's no use to you, that's in your way, that's even worse.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Well, you know, I mean, it's like I have one of those Dysons, and it has a portable job, and it also has a lithium-ion battery. And if it just if the battery is a problem, the whole thing is useless, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
So, I mean, that's where I'm coming from, Susan. Okay, it's no more or less than that.
It makes sense to me. What I'll do is, if you can leave it with me, it'll be either tomorrow or Monday, and I'll get some feedback for you and see where we take it. All right. But at least we know sort of the direction that we're going in. No,
absolutely, Susan. And I mean, it's just that I said, look, I'd follow up with this because, you know, my past experience with both Aldi and Lidl in Ireland. I mean, I used to buy multiple PCs, for example, from, I know it's Aldi, but I mean, I expect the same type of standard. And I mean, the customer service was excellent, always was. I mean, that's why, and I remember I got a follow-up call from the managing director of Aldi at the time. This was maybe 7 years ago. And I said, your customer service is excellent. At the time, I was a lecturer in a third-level institution, and we used to buy PCs from Dell. And I said, I don't know why we're not buying them from Aldi, because your customer service. And he says, we're in the customer service business. We're not in the computer business. And the same way, I know Lidl are in the customer service business, not in the tool business. Because I go to Lidl, and when I'm buying tools there, so I buy all the other things I don't need as well. You know.
Yeah, I know, that's it.
And then I know that, and I understand the model, and the reason I do it is because I've always realised that because people back up their service, that's why, you know. And so when I spoke to you, man, I was just a bit surprised. He said, look, it's not included and go away. And I was thinking, well, it's not that simple, because I have a tool with an expectation. And look, if I had put use on it, I would realise that. I would say, well, you know, I've got my use out of it. But I have done hardly anything with this, because I don't have any professional reason to do it, and it's just for playing around purposes, and I'd be using it, you know.
Yes, no, I know that's fair enough, and it is very honest and open of you. I will try.
All right, and come back to me and see where we take it from there. All right, Susan.
Absolutely.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks very much for the call. Bye. Right.
Bye.